Okay, what we have here is an Omega OP828D5, I don't know, boom box or whatever. It's got a few inputs. It's got the radio input on the top here. It's got a place for an SD card, USB slot. It's got an auxiliary in with a small 3.5mm jack and one karaoke jack, which I have no idea what it is for, because here's a mic already. Maybe that's an extra point for a mic. As you can see, it switches on and off periodically by itself. The volume doesn't really want to go up or down, and there's no sound coming out. There's a switch on the back. I don't think you'll be able to read it, but it says battery accumulator. Now I assume accumulator is this thing here. I'll just pull this back here. Is this thing here, because there's a ports for the big batteries. I assume accumulator is on here, so that when power goes out it still stays on. Let's see, because it is switched on accumulator at the moment. If I pull the power out, it does stay on. Don't know for how long it will stay on. If we switch it back to battery in the back, it goes off, accumulator goes on. So that's either a rechargeable battery or just a largish capacitor. That's why they call it accumulator, I don't know why. So what we can do is we can open up here. It looks like a small battery. Let me just move my camera a bit. Looks like a small battery, but I don't know, this wet. No, it's not wet, so this must still be from the glue. This glue they put on the top here. So I assume this is just a small rechargeable battery. So we can open it up and see if we can see anything wrong with it. I checked here on the back. There's a few screws. Bottom middle there's one. On the sides there's one. More to the top there's one here, and also across and one in the middle. Normally what they do is they also put screws inside the battery compartment, but I don't see any here. So I think we're just going to open this cover and then we'll see what's going on inside. First thing we see after opening it up, it was closed like this. There's a transformer on the back here, and there's a little PC board here. On top here you can see there's a little switch that switches between accumulator and battery. Here's some wires going into the battery compartment. Here's the wires going into the accumulator, and it's directly behind when I plug the power in, and that goes to the transformer first, and then when it comes out of the transformer it goes into this little PC board. So this PC board is what handles all the power towards the system. There's a ribbon cable going onto a PC board inside the main system. So this PC board switches all the different types of power input it can have towards what this unit works with. If we open up this, if we take off this PC board, we'll see what it is. Also what I had to do, on top here is an antenna connection. It's connected to the main PC board with this black wire. There's a screw on the back that I started to screw out, but as soon as I screwed it out, this little stupid wire broke off this point here. So when I'm done, I'm just have to remember to solder this back on there, otherwise there won't be any radio reception. If we take a closer, I'm just going to take this ribbon cable out. If we take a closer look at the inside of this, we can see there's a few fake speakers on here. There's only one connection to this large speaker on the inside, because the main complaint they gave me was there's no sound coming out. You can see the bars going up and down for to show there's music, but there's no sound coming out. So at first I thought it can't be the speakers, because look, there's tweeters on top here, there's tweeters at the bottom of the main speaker. So it couldn't be all of these speakers not working at the same time. But when you open it up, you can see the cheatery going on. All these little tweeters are nothing. It's just plastic. So it's only got this one speaker on the inside. So it is possible that the speaker is not working anymore. I think we need to test that first. See if the speaker is still working or not. Okay, what I've got here is a system in my garage that I make music from. So I just took these wires off. If I touch them here, you can hear this music coming out. But when I put them directly on this speaker, nothing. So we're going to see if we replace the speaker with something else. Use these inputs maybe, solder them onto one of these wires and put them on my big speakers and see if they will run those big speakers. Okay, let me show you what I've done here. There's a speaker point, speaker plus and speaker minus coming out to these little wires, and these 2 points were soldered directly onto the speaker at the bottom. Now I've soldered them onto some extra wire going all the way towards the big speakers. Okay, so what we're going to do is, if we plug this into the power, we should have music if the speaker is damaged. The light in the dark, you come. There you go. So the speaker is damaged. So I found this old centerpiece speaker that I'm going to take apart. I don't know how, because there's no screws nowhere. And then I'm going to see if I can maybe use one of these to install it in that unit, and maybe they will work. So I'm going to see how I'm going to open this. Okay, broke the front off with a screwdriver, and here we've got the speakers. I think what I'm first going to do is we're going to solder this out, these wires out, and then I will put this block that's coming directly from the system, directly soldered onto the PC board where the speaker output is, connect it to there and see if it works before we go to the trouble of removing more of this. Okay, so before I do any soldering, I just connected those wires up to the speaker, and it's going here into the system on the side. Let's see if we plug it in, if we get any sound. Excellent. Now we just need to remove the speaker and install it in there. Okay, this is one of the speakers I'm not going to use. I'm going to use this one. So I didn't know how to remove the speaker. As you can see on the back here, it's quite strange. It's got these small blocks here. When removing one of these blocks, I saw there's a screw sticking out. So these blocks of wood is just put on here for the screws from the front to go into something more than just this board. So I thought there could be a possibility this silver ring is not part of the speaker actually. And before messing up the one I want to use, I opened up the other one and saw there's all 4 screws. So I just need to remove this silver ring, screw these 4 screws out, and the speaker will come out to the front. And then we're just going to hope these 4 screws holes line up with the one inside the system we want to fix. So as can be seen, my suspicion was completely correct and completely wrong. The speaker fits in perfectly into this hole, 100%. The holes line up perfectly with each other, but it doesn't go wide enough. So we're going to need to figure out a way to extend these, maybe make a little bit bracket. Here's the old one. If you put them together, you can see they're a bit wider than the new one. The holes don't line up nicely. So we're going to have to make a plan how to fix the speaker, the new speaker, to the system. So I removed this old speakers inside, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a bracket to hold the new speaker in place. So I'm first going to cut these little pieces out. I'm going to cut it on this side because I might still need this. This might cover the speaker nicely, and then we'll see how it fits. Okay, look how nicely that fits around, and that should hold the speaker in place. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw this back on, and then I'm going to resolder this onto the new speaker. So we got the bracket on, we got the wires resoldered. Let's get some power on it and see. There you go. Now that all that's left to do is to put this little thing back on the antenna and then close the back cover. Okay, so while closing up we ran into a bit of a snag. Because it's a bit better quality speaker, it's got a lot larger magnet than the old one. So this holding area for the accumulator or battery, rechargeable battery, is now pushing onto the back of the speaker, so the lid can't close. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut that accumulator holder plastic thing, and then we're just going to leave the accumulator off. So this unit is only going to work on either batteries or AC power. But you gotta break some eggs to make an omelette. So I cut / break off the bottom of this thing. Let's see if it goes in perfectly. Excellent. Okay, there you go. Everything back together. You can just put this battery cover in. Okay. And then switch it on.
Syrup sandwiches and crime allowances, finessing on them with some counter. Now I'm counting this. Parmesan with my accountant lips. In fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo babe tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy you.
Ordinary boy, but he was looking to the sky.